Hi everyone, welcome to Big Fan Secret Kitchen. As you all know, I make Chinese food. Sometimes I do some Chinese dessert, but there's one thing I don't cook often is the jelly. However, I do know somebody can do it better than me, and I will invite my friend Mr. B to the kitchen to help me with those strawberry jellies. Welcome, Mr. B.
Hi everyone, so today you're going to cook with Mr. B. Today we're going to be doing these strawberry jellies, and strawberry jelly has a very special place in my heart because my grandmother had a strawberry field and we would go out and pick strawberries, and then she would come back into the house and she would make these jellies. So I just wanted to share this recipe with all of you. So today we had the opportunity to go over to Roger's farm over near Gainesville, Florida. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a little bit of what we did over there. Isn't that a beautiful place? Alright, now let's go ahead and get started with making this jelly. Let's start by taking a look at the tools. You're going to need a pot for canning, a strainer, a bowl for mixing, a pot for cooking the jelly in, all the tools for canning. I'll put a link below for those items, a smasher, a wooden spoon, and a ladle. Now let's take a look at the ingredients. 4 cups of crushed strawberries, and you're going to want to do those in small batches so that you have just what you need. 4 tablespoons of lemon juice, 4 cups of sugar, 1.5 pouches of Certo, and 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Let's start out by giving our jars a water bath. Put them in a large pot with water and bring it to a boil. Turn your stove to high and just set it aside and let it come to a boil. Now let's prepare our strawberries. Start by cutting off the tops and putting them into the strainer. Clean them under running water. Then cut them into fourths so they're easy to smash. Put them in your mixing bowl and start to smash them. Smash them until they are as liquidy as you prefer. If you would rather not smash the strawberries by hand, you can always use a juicer. I'm using the Omega Masticating Juicer. With this juicer, I can decide if I want to use the whole strawberry or just the juice itself. Fill up your measuring cup until you get 4 full cups and put them into your cooking pot. Now it's time to prepare our lids. Go ahead and turn our stovetop to high and put our lids into a water bath. Add your sugar. And then mix it in. Put in your lemon juice and then your vanilla, and then bring your strawberries to a boil. Allow them to boil for at least a minute, and then add your Certo. After adding the Certo, let it come to a rolling boil again and cook for at least another minute. remove your jars from the water bath. Be careful not to pour any of the hot water onto your hands. Now clean off the top of your jars so that they're completely dry and add your funnel. Use your ladle to transfer the jelly into the jar. Fill it until there's about 1/4 of an inch between the jelly and the top of the jar. Now grab a lid. Place the lid on top of the jar and press down. Screw the band down tightly by hand. And then use the tightener to give it just a little more. Now we're going to take the jelly and put it back in the pot that you gave the jar a water bath. Let it boil for 5 to 10 minutes. Now place the jars on a heat-safe surface so that they can cool. Lastly, wipe off any excess water. Try not to touch the center of the lid. Okay, so once you get them canned, you're going to want to let them set on something that will not melt if you set them on here, because these are extremely hot. And you're going to wait until the centers of the caps, they'll suck in and it'll make a popping noise. And usually it happens anywhere from half an hour to an hour after you start letting them cool down. Some people say that you can put a fan on them to help with that. I don't think that's quite necessary. Just leave them out and you'll hear the popping. Even if you're in another room, you're going to hear that popping. It's a very satisfying sound. So we're going to go ahead and wait for that, and then we are going to try some of this amazing jelly. So I wanted to mention the lifespan on one of these canned jellies. The directions will tell you, if you get one of the Sure Gels or whatever, that you can keep them for up to a year if you freeze them or if you keep them in a cool, dark place. I can tell you from personal experience, not only from my grandmother's canning, but also my own throughout the years, that I have had these canned jellies in a cabinet for a couple, 2 or 3 years, and after I open them, they taste amazing still. You put them in the fridge. Now, once you open them, once you break that seal, you do want to eat them within a couple of weeks, because after 3, if you push into 4 weeks, you're going to start seeing the mold, and at that point you don't want to eat them. You want to go ahead and throw them away. But yeah, like I said, you can keep these for 2 or 3 years if you keep them in a cool, dark place. Okay, now that the jelly has had time to cool down, let's go ahead and give it a try. Okay, you ready? Mm-hmm. Let's do it. Oh. So this is something I like to have after a meal at night. Just have a little half a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for dessert. Perfect ending to a hectic day. All right. Well, I think that's it. You still eating?
Can't stop.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching Big Fan Secret Kitchen, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, and my jelly.